Hello, everyone. Welcome to No Money, No Honey. I am Dr. Love, and today I have a doozy for you guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right. So today we're going to be talking about wife, 27-year-old female, went on a work trip with her ex friend with benefits. So here we have a gentleman, a man by age of 34 years old. He's actually posting or talking about his wife that went on a work trip and an update as to what happened after the work trip. So let's get into it. He starts off by writing, when I wrote the post, she had already went to the West Coast to spend time with her family before continuing on her work trip. So I really didn't have any time to talk to her about it again. I decided to let her make her own decisions and live with whatever she chose to do. Bad mistake, sir, but let's continue. She went and texted me like normal, acted like normal, said she loved me, called me, and obviously I'm worried, but I decided to just trust her. She came back and acted completely normal, actually more loving and caring than she usually was, and seemed happier, to be honest. So I found something out the other day. I'm going to share with a few of you guys and or ladies that watch my channel, and what that is, when a woman actually goes out and she, cheats in a relationship, they come back and they're usually much more happier, loving, and caring. Uh, I would say, from experience, I've seen a lot of guys that have gone through, situations where their wives cheated on them. And they always say, I don't think she's cheating because she just seems more attentive and more caring and more loving than she usually is. Um, that's a very big telltale sign that, yes, she is cheating. So let's continue here. A couple of weeks go by, and I'm messing around on her phone looking at all her photos, including from her trip. I'm not even thinking of snooping as she's right next to me. I joke around and click on recently deleted, and she freaks out and grabs the phone from me. I immediately get suspicious. She's obviously trying to hide the phone. She said it's her private phone. I say I need to see the phone now, and she starts crying and says no. Arguing goes on for a while. It's exhausting and so hard. I already know what happened, but now she's trying to trickle the truth, and it's saying something about a photo on her phone that was an accident, which makes zero sense. I stay firm and I say I need to see the phone. After probably about an hour or two of arguing, she finally hands me the phone and unlocks the recently deleted photos. A ton of new photos of her, obviously, taken by him in bed and in compromising positions. Even some, including him and her in bed naked, including a couple of sex acts. I couldn't even believe what I was seeing when I saw her like that. She's crying very hard, saying it was all a mistake and it means nothing. Interesting. So, guys, again, I think this guy is probably a little bit more stern than most of the guys that we've seen on here, even though I would say he still has a little bit of feminine energy to him, simply because he went an hour or two trying to berate her into letting her see his phone. At that point, you already know what happened. You need to make a decision. You don't have to see to even ruin your mind any further. But let's continue. So she's crying and saying it's all a mistake and it means nothing. And this is the part that drives me nuts. I'm going to read this next part to you. This is a guy who just saw his wife in bed with another guy naked, sees naked pictures of them together, even sees the sex act. You know what he asked next? I asked for the full truth eventually. Bro, what the hell are you talking about? What do you mean by the full truth eventually? I mean, you can't be serious, man. Like, first of all, you already have the truth in front of you. What other truths do you need to see? The truth of what? That she loves him, she doesn't love him? What does it matter? Anyway, let's continue. She told me some BS story where it seems like a drunk mistake. Bro, come on. Come on. Okay. This pissed me off even more, as it obviously wasn't the case. Absolutely. It should. It pisses me off hearing you tell the story. To me, it looks like this was a full-blown affair. How would you have known this is on your phone from a ONS? No clue what that means. But bro, you are freaking ridiculous. The story keeps changing. Classic trickle truth. Even bringing up how I joked about an open relationship at one point, how it means nothing. She's having a midlife crisis, how she felt I wasn't interested in sex, that was just something to get off on attention, and it didn't mean anything, etc., etc. Yeah, it's called sign language. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. That's all it is. She's going to try first to shame you, say, hey, it was your fault. You didn't want to have sex with me and you didn't look at me the right way. And then she's going to go with the insult. Well, you are this horrible person and you treated me so bad and because of how mean and how much of an asshole you are and blah, blah, blah. And then when she noticed that doesn't work, then she's going to go with the guilt route, right? She's going to say, well, think about our kids and think about all the life we've had together. And, if you had just shown me a little more attention and then, of course, then guess what? When it comes down to it, she's going to try to prove to you why it was a good idea, why she had to do it. And hence the reason why she's mentioning the open relationship and those kind of things. Interesting. Unfreaking believable. But let's continue. So anyway, she was unable to give an actual honest account of what happened. And this, despite me actually having a slight desire of wanting to... No fucking way. And I didn't think I read that correctly, so I'm sorry. I'm going to read that again. She was unable to actually give me an honest account of what happened. This is despite me actually having a slight desire of wanting to forgive her. This fool just said wanting to forgive her. Are you serious, bro? This can't be real. There's no way there are men out there like this. I don't believe it. I'm not going to believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. It's not true. There's no way this is real. There's no freaking way this is real. I'm not going to believe this is real. I'm not going to believe this. I think the more I say it to myself, I'm going to think that's not true, that it's just like a hoax or it's some woman putting this out there. But did you see this? This guy, first of all, he says, this is what he says. He says, he knows she's not telling the truth, right? He's already seen it. I have no idea what truth he's looking for. I mean, what truth are you hoping that it was a fake photo, that she put somebody's face on the picture? I mean, what truth are you looking for? Let's just move past that. Let's act like that didn't even exist. And then let's go to the next part. The next part says, he actually is considering forgiving her. What are you going to forgive? She's going to keep doing it. So why don't you just accept it and then let guys who want to go bang your chick, just put a sign on your door and says, vagina here. Any man looking for vagina, come get it. It's over here. Vagina for free in this household. Put a big sign on there. Let people just, let there be a line outside your house. And every time people want to say, what's going on? Say, hey, yeah, my wife in there, she's getting her back blown out. So if you want, just go ahead and get in line, man. I'll check your ID. You come in here, you get your business. She's open for business. Business is always going to be booming at your house. I have no idea what the hell this dude is thinking. What is your problem, bro? What do you mean that you're looking for the truth and then you're thinking of forgiving her? Why don't you just be who you are, which is a weak, pathetic beta male simp, and then just tell the world that you're pathetic and your wife is open for business? That's the much more easier route, because I have no idea what this is. I was on your side at first. Like, I think in the beginning, I was like, okay, you know what? Well, maybe there's a little bit of feminine energy. No, there's so much feminine energy coming out of you that, I can smell the estrogen on you. This is not even me trying to BS. This is the fact. I can smell the scent of estrogen coming on you from my computer. This is how pathetic this is. This is sickening and this is sad. I have no words for this. Oh my God. Okay, chill. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. All I wanted was full honesty, and she can't do it. I think probably because she knows full honesty will be unforgivable. Bro, it's already unforgivable. It is already unforgivable. There's no full honesty. Full honesty is what your eyes saw. What you saw on that phone, when you saw those pictures and you saw her doing the things she did, that's full honesty. What other full honesty do you need from her? For her to tell you she did it 50 times, is that going to mean, oh my God, well, she did it 50 times. She just didn't suck him off once. She sucked him off 50 times. So, after the 40, I was going to forgive her if she only did it 49 times. But after the 49th and a half time, I just said, I can't deal with it anymore. What is wrong with you, guy? Oh my God, this guy's driving me crazy. This is unbelievable. This is crazy. It can't be real. This is a dream. I have to wake up from this. I decided to stay with some family in the meantime, and she keeps blowing up my phone and wants to try counseling. I'm pretty sure this is the end. No, it's not the end. The way you sound, no, it's not the end. And if you have another woman, sir, she's going to cheat on you too. I'm just going to let you know right now. And I hope my friends and the guys I know have a chance to meet your next wife, because she will be in for a treat. They will pass her around and then they'll send her right back home to you, and you can go ahead and cuddle her up all day. That's a very, very fair way for you to live, because that's the kind of man you are. Don't know if I need a lawyer. No, you don't need a lawyer. I can tell you that right now. No need. Don't waste your money on a lawyer, as she's very wealthy and I have nothing, of course. And this brings me to the Gabrielle Union situation, because there was an article yesterday, or there was something that came out in the Shade Room about Gabrielle Union. For those of you who don't know Gabrielle Union, she's an actress. She's somebody who has been in the movies, and she's now currently married to an NBA player, and she's famous, notoriously famous, for creating a transgender movement in the NBA player's son. Not a child she shared with the man, but a child that the man had with a prior relationship. That's what I'm really going to say she's famous for. But Gabrielle Union came out recently, as of yesterday or something like that, and she posted online that she had the feeling, or she had an entitlement to cheat in her prior relationship. And the reason why she did that is because she felt that she was the one who was the breadwinner. She was making the money, and her husband really wasn't. So she says, if I'm paying all the bills, I should be screwing who I want. This is another classic example of that. So ladies, I have a question for you, and feel free to leave a comment in the comment below. Do you feel that if you are paying all the bills in the house, that you are entitled to screw who you want? Do you feel that when it comes to relationships, that your loyalty is only dependent on the man's ability to pay the bills in the house? Because if the man doesn't pay the bills in the house, then there should be no reason for you to be loyal to him. If you feel that you have to go to work, you have to come home, and then you have to pay the bills in the house, that gives you the entitlement to cheat, feel free to leave a comment below. I'm sure a lot of people would like to know. If you think otherwise, yeah, let us know too. But my opinion on this is I'm comfortable with that mindset in the woman, simply because the man is no longer the man in the relationship when you allow for that to happen. When you allow for the woman to come into your home, or you move into a woman's house, you allow for the woman to pay the bills in the house. You allow her to take on the pressure of the responsibility of provision. Remember, if you guys have ever watched any of my videos, if you've ever seen anything I've put out there online, you'll know that I've always said this: the three things a man must provide. A man must provide, or three things a man must have in a relationship. One is a man must provide a provision. Second is a man must have patience. So he has to be able to allow the woman and allow the family to grow into what he believes it's going to be. And then the most important part is going to be protection. So he has to be able to provide, be patient, and protect the family, right? So if a man is doing those three things, and now you take the provision piece away and you make that the woman's responsibility, then what you've done is you said, I'm only 2/3 of a man. And then when you really can't provide for your wife, then now there's a question of patience, because now she has to be the one to carry the patience that you guys are going to grow into what it has to be, what the family dynamic is going to look like. When that happens, when she's now in charge of looking at handling the family dynamic from the sense of provision and patience, that reduces you to 1/3 of a man. 1/3 of a man is no man at all. Sorry, I just have to be honest about that. If you are 1/3 of a man in a relationship, you are no man at all, because now you don't provide 2 out of the 3 main important things that you should bring to a relationship. Well, all you do is you give 1 of 3, she carries on the other 2, so she's allowed to do what she wants. That's my opinion. So no, I'm not against Gabrielle Union for her entitlement to do what she does. I'm not against this woman for doing what she does. What I'm against is the man and his weakness, for him expecting the woman to be traditional in her mindset and traditional in her ways, while he wants to be a modern weak man. Not acceptable, man. Sorry. So if a lot of you guys don't want to watch my videos anymore, or not subscribe, don't give 2 shits. I'll be very honest with you, because at the end of the day, the fact is this: is you as a man have to be held accountable. And if you can't be held accountable as a man, then you can't expect the woman to give you what you want. I'm not doing this for sound bites. I'm not doing this for views, and I can care less about what the repercussions of this is, because at the end of the day, nothing really changes in my life, because I'm a man. I provide, I protect, and I have patience for my household to become what I want my household to be. You, on the other hand, you have the decision to make. You can either provide, protect, and be patient in your household, or you can put the responsibility of provision and patience on your wife and then expect her to be loyal to you. Good freaking luck. I hope she cheats. I hope she meets guys like myself or my friends, and we can gladly pass her around and send her back to you happy. And she's going to be very happy when she comes home. Like he said, she's extremely happy, right? And she's going to be more caring to you. She's going to show you a lot of love, and she's going to be extremely caring, and she's going to show you more patience. Because you know what? Because her pipes have been unclogged, thanks to us. So if you want to have any sense in your head, I would highly, highly suggest that you make sure that you stick to your purpose. You're on your purpose, and now you can do those 3 P's that I've always mentioned in all my videos, which is be patient, which building your family into what it has to be, provide for your family like you should, and most importantly, make sure you protect your family. So to the end of this idiot asked if he needs a lawyer. No, I don't think you need a lawyer. I think you need to go ahead and make sure that she can have her fun. She's wealthy, you have nothing. If you leave her, you're going to struggle, you're going to suffer. Because you're lazy, she's younger than you, she's 27 and you're 34, and you still have nothing at 34 years old. So you're lazy and you have nothing going for yourself. And because you are that kind of a person, what's going to happen is the next woman you deal with, if she, for any reason, you're attractive enough for her to at least have the initial desire to use you as a figurehead in the relationship, so people can say, oh, look, she was able to find a man to marry and a man to be stable with. If for any reason she goes ahead and goes outside of that and does that with you, she's going to screw around too. She's going to screw around with the guys who are more alpha, who have more power, and who have the ability to make decisions better than you can. She's going to go with the guy who's more hardworking, who's focused on his purpose, who knows exactly what he wants. That's what she's going to go with. She's not going to stick with you. So in all fairness, let's just say, don't waste your time, buddy. Stay with her or go out there and continue to suffer, because if any judge that awards you alimony or awards you any kind of support doesn't deserve to be a judge. That's pathetic. They should send your lazy ass out in the marketplace and tell you to go find a freaking job. That's a fact. So again, you're saying you don't want anything from her. Good for you. I expect you not to want anything from her because you have no respect for yourself. In the same breath, so that's where you are now, according to him. He wanted to post to let other people know this stuff is possible, that even though you could fully trust, bro, you're a joke. Even though you could fully trust someone, they can have the capability to lie straight to your face. If I didn't see her phone, I didn't think I would have never known it, or if she was smart enough to actually permanently delete her news with her boss. Okay, so again, back to what I said. She just got caught, unfortunately, but I'm very sure she's been screwing around on you for a long time. She's happier when she screws around on you. She's more caring and more loving. You should be happy because you are a female. Your job is to stay at home and take care of the home. And your job is to be okay with accepting certain things, because that's what a lot of you men would say the traditional woman should be, right? The traditional woman should be the one who stays home, who cares for the children, who accepts if the high value man is able to cheat. But then you turn around and you want to date a woman who is making significantly more than you, who is caring for the household, who is carrying on the burden of being in the masculine position in the relationship, but yet you want her to have those traditional values and allow you to go be the man outside. Bro, you are extremely delusional, and you should stop wasting people's time. Go ahead and get back in the bedroom and just cry your eyes out if you need to. And when you're done, clean up the house and make sure she has something to eat and she has food and she is as happy as she can be. Because the minute she stops paying those bills, you have nothing for yourself. You are just like all the people who talk about the housewives. You're just like those housewives. You should be worried because you hope that the person you're with is going to constantly continue to provide for you, because you refuse to try to provide for yourself. A housewife at least has the reason as to why she doesn't go out to provide for herself, because the housewife at least is doing a full-time job in form of raising the children. You, on the other hand, you're not rearing any children, you're not making any children out of your body, and then worst of all is you're just living off your 27-year-old wife's sweat equity. Pathetic, sir. So again, I hope this woman definitely leaves you. It'd be great if she gets a chance to leave you first for somebody who is significantly more of an upgrade than you are. And if she's the kind of woman who believes in dating down, which a lot of women are forced to do not because they have to date down, it's because now a lot of men are really weak and are really in their feminine position. So a lot of women have to deal with those type of men. And if you are one of those women that prefer to date down and you want to cheat, just be smart about it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying absolutely. Screw whoever you can screw, make yourself happy, just like Gabrielle Union. Don't apologize for it. And then just make sure that you do just like you would want the man to do. Don't bring any outside babies into the house. Don't bring any pregnancy. So definitely don't get pregnant by any of these guys. And then most importantly, just make sure that you are completely protected, right? Protect yourself from STDs or from any of the things that could potentially blow back into the household. Do it. You earned that. He wants to be a stay-at-home husband. You earned the right to go ahead and bang who you can bang. You want to be a nurse and you want to marry somebody who's a taxi driver that doesn't want to do much for himself, and he's 60 years old and he's a taxi driver. Meanwhile, you spent 30, 40 years as a nurse. Bang who you can bang. He doesn't deserve your loyalty. That's right. I said it. Like I said, if you don't want to watch my videos or unsubscribe, fine, go for it. I don't care. But the fact still remains this, is you can't claim to be a man looking for a traditional woman, and then you want to put the pressure of provision and patience on your woman, and then all you want to do is bring protection to the home. You bring one of three things that you're supposed to do. You put the burden of two out of those three things on her, but then you expect her to go ahead and still be the woman of the household. Absolutely not, sir. You lost me on that one. All right, so this is another great reaction. Appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, share, comment. See you guys soon. Peace.